There is a tiny 60-mile strip of land that holds the keys to World War III. It sits directly between a Russian nuclear fortress and a Kremlin ally. If it closes, the entire Western alliance collapses in hours.
Can you name this geographic nightmare before the map reveals the truth?
If you value deep intelligence over basic, surface-level news, you belong here. 90% of people will ignore this warning, but the top 10% who truly want to understand the future are hitting subscribe right now. Don't be left in the dark. Welcome to the Suwalki Gap. To a casual observer, this is just a landscape of quiet farms and rolling forests. But to NATO's supreme allied commanders, this is a strategic trap. It is the only land bridge connecting the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, to their allies in Europe. To its west lies Kaliningrad, Russia's most militarized exclave. To its east lies Belarus, which in 2026 has become a military extension of the Kremlin. If Russia moves to close this gap, the Baltics become an island, cut off from all help. Today, we decode why geography has trapped the West in a 60-mile nightmare. To understand the danger, we must look at the citadel to the west, Kaliningrad. This is not just a city, it is a modern-day fortress. It is the home of the Russian Baltic fleet and the Iskander-M missile systems, weapons capable of carrying tactical nuclear warheads. But the real threat is A2AD, anti-access and area denial. From this tiny piece of land, Russian S-400 systems can blanket the entire region. They don't actually need to invade the gap to control it, they can simply close the sky. In 2026, Russia has modernized these electronic warfare units to create a kill zone that NATO ships and planes cannot enter without facing total destruction. It's a hallway where the walls are armed with sensors and hidden artillery. For NATO, it is a strategic bottleneck where the defender is always at a massive disadvantage. Geography is rarely kind to defenders. The Suwalki Gap is part of the Great European Plain. A flat landscape with no mountain ranges or wide rivers to act as natural barriers. For an armored division, this is perfect territory for a lightning strike. In 2026, Belarus is no longer just a buffer, it is a springboard. With Russian tactical nuclear weapons now permanently stationed on Belarusian soil, and joint command structures in place, any move on the gap would be a pincer movement. While Kaliningrad pushes from the west, Russian forces from Belarus strike from the east. There are only two main highways and one single-track railway line linking Poland to the Baltics. If these lifelines are cut, thousands of NATO troops in the Baltics would find themselves in a cauldron. Surrounded on all sides, with the cold Baltic Sea as their only and very dangerous escape route. Critics argue that with Finland and Sweden in NATO, the Baltic Sea is now a NATO lake. But this is a dangerous strategic illusion. Sea routes are slow and vulnerable to submarine warfare. In a high-intensity conflict, a land bridge is the only way to move heavy tanks fast enough. As 2026 unfolds, NATO has more troops in the region, but the reality remains unchanged. Russia can mobilize within its borders far faster than the West can move divisions from Germany. The Suwalki Gap remains the ultimate trigger point, a place where a small mistake could lead to global nuclear escalation. To keep the peace, NATO must prepare for a war, but in a place that is almost impossible to win. The Suwalki Gap proves that even in the age of AI and cyber warfare, the dirt and the roads still dictate the fate of nations. It is a 60-mile vulnerability that defines the security of an entire continent. This is the Atlas Report. Subscribe to join our community of global thinkers. Let us know in the comments, can NATO truly defend the Baltics in a real crisis? Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay ahead.